Hello again, Coastbuster fans. Well, we're up to April 27th. Rained like hell yesterday, and then last night. Can't believe it. It's April 20th. It's almost May. Memorial Day is a month away. We're getting snow. But anyway, hopefully it gets warmer this week. My wood pile's gone. I'm changing this window, by the way. My buddy's coming up this week. We're going to rip this whole window out. It's cracked. Must have hit it 3 or 4 times with pieces of wood flying through the window. And I got a much bigger one. Nice, brand new. I'm going to cut it into... And from when the wood was up against the house, that wood was there for years. So I can't believe it was still good. It was like brand new. I burned it all. And I have some extra pieces of Adirondack siding in the back where we put in that bay window. So we're going to fix this up at the bottom of the cabin here. Put a new window in, and then get that load of firewood up here on the conveyor belt. The first 2 piles, the first one and the second one, are seasoned wood. The third one is the one I just split and cut from the last video. So we'll get the first 2 piles up here, and that should take us through till the end of the burning season. But it's kind of chilly. It's like 40. This snow should melt off quick. Have a nice day. Bye. Hey, when the weather's lousy up here, I have time to practice my piano lessons. I've got, up in the cabin here, I've got this organ. It's an electric piano, I mean. And I also have a regular piano down on Long Island. And I have one of these also in my condo. And I do the computer lessons. It's teaching me pretty good. I'm able to play some songs now. Except I have a problem with Dupuytren syndrome in my right hand. So that's all my pinky will go. I can't span an octave like with the left hand. Left hand goes all the way. So I have a hard time getting a whole octave on the right hand. Other than that, I'm getting by. At least stock market's going up. Thank God. That was down at, I don't know, it went all the way down to the high 18s. I just seeded this with clover last night, just before it rained. 3 deer already walking through it. Hopefully the next week start seeing some green coming up there. All right, the city slickers made it.
The city slickers made it. We're here.
And him.
And him. He's the real city slicker, but he's here in the mountains.
He's a Manhattan city slicker. Well, we've been here for, he's been here for 2 months.
3 months.
When did you get here?
In February, the end of February.
February, March.
It's March, April. 2 months.
March, April, 3 months.
Today's May 2nd.
Yeah, so he went through
March and April, 2 months.
Well, did he come at the end of February
That's what
or
he
the
said.
beginning of February?
The end of February.
Ah, you see, you sneaker.
See? All of a sudden it's 3 months. You can't believe anything this guy says. Anything.
You're not a Democrat, are you?
He doesn't know what he is. He'll even tell you his food is good. I don't know. Give me the farts all night. We had chicken,
That's right.
chicken française last night.
That's all right, Frank. You could cook for us. I don't care what he has to say.
Hey, Frank, lift that log up and throw it in the fireplace, will you?
I need 2 hands for that. One of them is...
All right, why don't we, I'll show Ryan how to work this thing.
All right.
And let's take a ride up to Joe's house first thing. And clear out his spring box to get his water running, because he's coming tomorrow.
All right.
And I want to have everything perfect for him.
Oh, yeah, right.
You know how particular Joe is. But, all right, we got Phil working. The minute he got here, he was working. And today's the second day.
Vacation.
And we're here, we're dragging trees out. We just took one out of way up there. And then we got one laying down right there. I'm going to cut the top off of that, drag it back so it's even, and drag all 3 of them back to the cabin. Is that a plan?
That's a plan.
It's a wonderful thing.
I know. You work the machine. I'll get the trees.
No, you can work the machine this time.
No, that's right. You work the machine. I'm fine.
There he is! He made it up finally. Pushing a small rock. Gonna put that line the driveway. Gotta turn it. There you go. Having fun? He's taking it up the Evacuation way. Well, it's about an hour later. May 5th. Cinco de Mayo. I think I'll get a Bud Light. Alright, as one of my projects up here, I decided I'm going to pull the window out. It's old, and put a new one in. So,
And he's doing this without a building permit.
May 7th, 2020. This is coronavirus construction. Phil is the president.
Without the line.
Yeah, if we had some lime, we'd be in good shape. We had to rip all the outside siding off, cut it to specification, and we're going to put this window in there.
It's Sawzall.
Right here.
Need Sawzall, buddy.
Those all. Okay, the new window is framed in. Now we gotta trim it out. Right now I'm stuffing insulation around the outside of it. Weatherproof that. And we should have it done tomorrow. It's getting late. And we are weary. Alright, this is where we left off yesterday.
Yeah.
Had my master craft with Philly
Yeah. Mastercraft.
finish the trim. Came out beautiful. Now we got a huge window inside, a lot of light coming in because I only had that little tiny window. That came out really nice. Now from having a wood pile up against the house, it rotted the bottom of the Adirondack siding here. So we have some left over from when I put that big picture window in on the bedroom side. And we're going to fix this up. That's not a lot. And then we're good to go. Right, Philly?
We're as good as we are.
All right. And I'm working on a conveyor belt gearbox reduction unit. Had to replace bearings in it. I'm in the garage doing that because the conveyor belt locked up yesterday. Just happened Napa up in town had the bearings in stock. He said it was a special order and the guy didn't want them. They were just about to send them back.
I'm looking at the clock, man. Get it done. We need the wood.
We need the wood. It's going to snow here tonight or tomorrow. It's unbelievable. It's like, isn't this like middle of July? Anyway,
Trees ain't budding.
it's about the first week in May. And I planted all the clover up on that hill and I haven't seen anything sprout yet. We'll be back. Well, here we are again. It's either May 8th or May 9th, I'm not sure. We got snow last night. And it's freaking cold out there. It's below 30. May. Yeah, hopefully it don't last more than a day. Well, it's May 9th. Again, this is the afternoon. Snowing like hell. We just loaded a whole string of wood. There's only one string left. It all came up on the conveyor belt. Yesterday we were using the conveyor belt and it jammed up. Turned out the two bearings, there were two, looked like bearings that you put on an axle of a trailer. So I ran to Napa, they happen to have two. Brought them home, fixed the box. It's that, there's a unit down at the bottom of the chain there. The gearbox, 60-to-1 ratio. And it works beautiful again. And Phil's happy, because he don't have to carry wood up those steps.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Claims, as you said, the worst jobless rate since
Got the fireplace going.
This is
Cold out there. For May 9th.
Window.
that word light.
Oh yeah, we got the new window in too.
Some people think,
Nice.
like to think this is going to
Really
be,
brighten the room up in
back
here.
right away, a V-shaped
Yeah, so
recovery.
you can
I'm
see
not
the
sure.
There's no light here.
The rate of
It's good.
employment declines might slow, probably will slow. Not at all out of the question.
Fix the vacuum cleaner.
Phil didn't make his
Put a new
bed.
belt on that.
It has to begin
Phil didn't make his bed.
Phil didn't make his bed.
Not recklessly.
I didn't know cameramen were coming in today.
I get to do my piano lessons up here. We're coronavirus survivors.
And we are surviving.
Well, the snow stopped. And the deer came to visit. There's 8 of them now. Nine of them. Yeah, this is the herd that Robert was telling me he saw today. Soon that's all going to be clover. They're going to be here every day. There was 9 total. 3 or 4 of them just walked that way into the woods. All right, we trimmed all these apple trees last week, but we got this one ash tree, I think it is. That's the sun comes up over there and goes right across, and it's blocking the sun to the apple tree. So I'm going to take it down. Hopefully, get the backhoe way down there with a rope tied to it, but it's leaning a little bit that way. We don't want it falling on the apple tree. Good, got the wedge out. There she goes. Timber! Great job. Even pointing in the right direction when I get dragged back to the cabin. What a fine job by your treasury men in action. So what do you got here, a rock?
A pebble.
A pebble. It's only a little thing.
You got to find an area of the rock where when you push it, it doesn't destroy the road, you know. Sometimes just a certain part of the rock, you know, the way it grabs.
Like I said, do your magic.
Yeah, man, my magic is the rock. If you ain't got the edge of the rock right. All right, I'll try it.
I'm going to trim these other 2 apple trees down here.
Yeah, those are the main ones, really.
Yeah, plus we got, I think, 2 over here.
Yeah. So what'd you throw all the branches on the side of the road over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right next to all the other ones that were laying there. Okay, Philly,
Here we go.
we're starting a project here. We just dragged an 18-foot log. Well, it wasn't 18 feet up there. We cut it, so it is 18 feet now. And we're going to be lifting that up with this backhoe here. I dragged it down with the dozer. And we're going to lift it up, and we're going to put it across these 2 55-gallon drums. All right? And we're going to use an Alaska sawmill, and we're going to make, what do we need, 17-footer?
Yeah.
Yep, a 17-foot 2x6. We should, that's at least 6 inches across. We could probably get a 2x6 out of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need more than one.
Yeah, well,
We need
there's
one.
plenty of wood up there in the forest.
We're gonna have to get more.
We'll get more.
We'll get more.
All right, and then what we're doing is, it's going to be the framework or a wood shed that we're going to put over the top of this wood pile here. So we're going to anchor one end to that tree, and I'm going to put the other end of the 17-footer to the house there, and go right across, and then we're going to make the panels down this way on an angle about an inch pitch for snow and rain to come off. And that's right at the top of the conveyor belt where the wood comes up to be loaded. We just had put this window in. Phil's framing it out right now on the inside. Let's see what it looks like in there. Oh yeah, framing's coming out nice. He framed the whole outside, inside. It's gonna come out beautiful. And that way we brought the wood right out from there, open this window, and it goes right into this wood box, which is right next to the stove. And I have metal on each side of the wood box and the door here. And that keeps all the wood nice and cool. Like a heat sink. Alright, now we're going to go out and I'll show you how the Alaska sawmill gets set up. Alright, that was easy enough, right?
That was easy enough. There it is.
All set up for milling.
I really didn't think I could actually lift that thing.
You're stronger than you think.
Jesus, I can't believe I actually lifted that. You put that on my back and you just told me stand up, and it worked.
Samson, Atlas.
Yeah.
Alright, now when we use this Alaska sawmill, which is, where the heck is it? It's hanging up on the wall over here. Oh, don't fall. This thing right here. Okay, the chainsaw gets hooked to that. You need to use a special chain. It's not like the same one. This is the one that came off my saw that I normally use for everyday cutting. See, it has a 30-degree angle that you would file. Well, this is the chain that has to go on there. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. That's my finger. See how it's almost like almost no angle compared to this one? That's a nibbler blade. And you don't want to use that for regular wood, regular saw cutting. But we'll see how it works. I haven't tried it yet, but everybody's saying to use this one. So we'll see how well that cuts compared to the other one. Because the last time I did this, I used a regular blade, and it takes forever. I was doing 16-foot planks, and it takes almost a half an hour per plank to get through the damn thing. So hopefully I bought this blade a couple of years ago, And hopefully that'll make the job a lot easier. Alright, so what we're going to do, we want to measure across the top here. First thing you have to do is take off the top layer, the crown, so we can get to a flat piece, the distance of what you want to make. For instance, we're making a 2x6. So we need to take that much crown off from there to there, 6 inches. Then the next time we drop down, say 2 inches, you're going to have enough meat underneath. So when you run this down, you'll have 6 inches on top, and you'll have a little more on the bottom, and we trim it with the skill saw, right? Good. We already did this whole length. We have a nice piece of wood under there, which is going to end up being a 2x6.
Eventually.
Danny, red is off.
What?
Red is off.
Red is on.
Oh, okay. I've been playing back and forth.
I told you not to touch nothing.
Red is recording. Red is recording, right?
R, red, recording, red.
Okay, I'll put it.
All right, so we just cut another plank, 17 feet long, 2 inches thick, by, I think it was about 12 inches wide. And what we did was we snapped the chalk line down and made 3 actual 2 inches thick by 4 inches wide 2x4s.
Real 2x4s.
Real 2x4s.
Old school.
So that's going to be the stringers going from front to back
Many more.
underneath the tin roof. All right. All right, Philly, we ready to install?
Here we go.
We're ready to install. All right, what we did, we finished milling all of our wood. This is the wood pile. And we're going to make a 12 by 12 shed over the top of this with metal roofing, which is laying right there. We got 6 pieces. So, this is one of the 2x4s we milled. We're going to take that, put it up on the top of that beam and run it down this way with about an inch slope. So the rain run off and the snow. And that's the point we're at right now. We'll come back when it's a little more assembled. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so we got our last main cross beam up and one across the back there.
All we're going to do is lag
Now
it.
it's time to start setting our 2x4s
Now we're going to lag it.
across and lay the roof on top of it. That right?
Going to lag the roof. Lag that beam.
Yeah. All right, so we got the frame up. Is this on record? Yep. We got the frame up and the stringers that the roofing is going to get screwed into. That's enough for one day's work.
We got to tighten those, make sure we put those legs in there.
This is all hand-sewn wood with the Alaska sawmill. Out of one pine tree, we made this whole thing. The damn mayflies are driving us nuts. All right, this is where we are now. We've put on 4 sheets so far, and the ends, we cut them down. The way you cut those is you take a skill saw and turn the blade around backwards, and it cuts right through that like butter. Billy's measuring where we're going to put the last sheets. The last sheets are going to end right at that 2x4, and the rest is going to be open space. And then we're going to build an awning also over this door. Because you see the fireplace, all that black? The burning wet wood apparently makes droplets that hit the top of the rock, and it comes down and it lands on the door, making the door dirty, and that is indelible. I tried gasoline to get it off. That didn't work. So it's looking good from under here. The whole wood pile is covered almost, except for right here where we're going to put this piece in. 4 pieces are going to go in there. And we'll be done. Okay, we're finished. Finished product. We may put a fascia on the front of that. Not sure yet. I just don't want to add more weight to it. It is pretty thick though. Those are actual 2x4 2x4s. They're 2 inches wide. And actual 2-inch wide 2x8s. So they're pretty strong. We get a snow load on that. We'll see how it stands up. Alright. We'll be back for our next adventure pretty soon. We're going to be putting an awning over the door here. Alright, we are done with the roof for the woodshed. We added 2 more posts here, one in the back and one in the front. With the 45s. That's done. Like it, Frankie?
I love it. It looks beautiful.
Okay, now, what we discovered was the side of the house here. Oh, look who's sitting down on a job.
Yeah.
We ripped the side of the house apart and found rotten beams down at the bottom there and in that corner over there. So we're going to take this 4x4.
I found the marble.
It's got to be from the 1920s. And we're going to put it underneath as a base. It's amazing, this house was sat on pieces of wood underneath, and the wood is still good. I don't know what the hell kind of wood they used. Probably the same they used inside the house. Let me show you. Inside the house, they made wooden beams as cross members. Here, here, there, over. This cabin was built in the 20s. Nothing has warped, nothing has rotted, nothing has gone bad with these. So, even going up, it's all wooden beams. And the wood that they used was the wood that they used to pack the stone in to send to market. They built the whole house out of crate wood. Pretty wild. Alright, so we ended up putting a 4x4 underneath all of the vertical 2x4s. Sisters, that one, that one, that one, and that one in the back. And that should prop up this side of the cabin for another 50 years. Being that I'm 70, I doubt I'll be able to see it rot. Will you be around when it rots?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be here to repair it.
And that's optimism. You're dead already. You just forgot to fall down.
Yep.
Alright, so we just milled our own Adirondack siding planks down over there. And we're installing them up here over what you saw on the previous frame of the film. And we got one more plank to go, which is already milled. Nail it up and we're done. We shored up the whole house, put a 4x4 under there, 4 2x4 stringers going up, nailed to the existing.
Sisters? Tell them about the sisters. She put sisters in too.
I just did.
The girls are nicer.
And I stuck an extension cord through the wall, which comes out here, and I put that little Honda generator, because we lose power up here quite frequently every time the wind blows. And on the inside I have it all set up with 3 power strips for the TV, the internet, and oh, the DirecTV box, whatever else might be electronic in there. And that's it. Because normally I have to run an extension cord from there all the way out this door down to where the generator is. Now it's already sitting there. Just come out, plug it in, start her up. This is what we milled it out of. We drag an 8-foot, well, we cut it up there, but an 8-foot piece of pine and use the Alaska sawmill. And that blade on there, I changed it to the ripper blade, makes the sawdust, which is very fine. Like powder. It's awesome. And our next trick, we have a squirrel that bored a hole through the eave of the house in that corner. And we're going to go up on the bucket truck. The only problem is the wasps have moved in. So we're going to wait till later tonight when they all calm down. And they go to sleep just before dark. And we'll go up there and blanket off. Hopefully stop them out. That's our next project. And if you can see up top, the clover is coming in really nice. That whole swath is getting green. We'll be back with the next chapter. Alright, coming together here on the last piece. By the way, Bob, this is what we were in the middle of when I was talking to you and I had to cut you short. Mr. Christian. So, are you done working yet? He's sleeping. In addition to building the roof over the wood pile, we did this. Nice set of steps, platform. Gonna get all filthy every time you walk out here to get some wood and put through that window into the wood box. Right here, we're going to put a small set of stairs going down where my foot is. Be like 2 steps. Coming out nice. We sawmilled all our own wood here. There ain't much of that log left over there.
You did good. You did good.
We got one thin piece left.
Well, that's right. We'll make use of it. Make use of it. One thing I noticed on the sawmill, though, one side of the plank is bigger than the other.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Right, country boy?